Hello, what is up guys? Eman from Peso Smart PH here. Welcome sa panibagong episode. Shout out to all the podcast listeners as well. I appreciate you all. Today, let's continue itong series natin for beginners. So, naggawa na rin ako ng playlist dito. So, if you're interested or if you're new with investing and sa stock market here in the Philippines in general, you can check out that playlist. Second video pa lang naman ito dun sa series na yun. So, it's quite easy to follow. So, sa unang episode natin, I taught you guys and naggawa ako ng walkthrough about PSEi trade and how you can use yung tools para hindi maging ganun ka-intimidating sa mga beginners. So, now, I'm gonna show you what you can do next and paano ka ba pipili ng stock na bibilin mo. So, yung unang pupuntahan is analytics. Punta ka dun sa financial. And then, pagka nandito ka na sa financial, huwag mo nang pansinin yung par and book value, huwag mong pansinin yung EPS and PER. Punta ka muna sa dividend yield. Pag nandito ka na sa dividend yield, you will see, I'm not sure kung bakit 28 stocks lang yun nandito, but dapat this is 30 stocks kasi ito dapat PSEi. But andito naman yung mga mahalaga and ito ka pupunta sa yield. Kasi ito yung potential na pwede mong kitain passively every single year as long as you're holding a particular stock. So let's say for example, the highest yield noong 2021 was 10.91%. So that was LTG or Dushutan Group or LT Group. And kaya naman naging 10.91% kasi kinocompute itong yield for the whole year, lahat ng binigay nilang dividends i-divide dun sa closing price ng stock noong 2021. And hindi ganun kaganda yung performance ng price kahit currently 8.55 lang yung stock prices ng LTG. And as you can see here sa 2022, 7.12% na yung kanilang dividend yield. And if magbigay ulit sila ng special dividends or like another dividend set of dividends this year, this might double. So that's around 14-ish% if ever same yung amount na ibibigay nila later this year. But again, pwedeng hindi na sila magbigay ulit. So 7.12 lang. So yung mga option mo dito is yung mga matataas yung binibigay na dividend yield. So LTG can be your option, but if you want to be on the safer side, you can take a look at PLDT or TEL. Another one could be Globe, 3.25% last year. And kaya naman to medyo mababa kasi nag 3.3k I believe nag-close yung price ng Globe last year. That's why bumaba to ng konti. But yung average dividend yield naman nila every year is around 4 to 5%. And this year nakadalawa na silang bigay, 2.45% na yan. And medyo bumababa na rin kasi yung price ng Globe sa ngayon. So that's why yung yield is increasing a bit. And then another option na pwede mong tingnan is Meralco, MER. So last year, 4.36%. And this year, so far is 2.88%. So instead of investing or buying some FM ETF, I think for beginners, it's much better for you to look at these stocks na nasa PSEi din, but only choose probably 3 to 5 stocks na nagbibigay ng dividends. Kasi dito, kahit na hindi mo matimingan ng tama yung market, and I think that's a common pitfall for beginners. Don't try to time the market. Find a good company that potentially you can hold for a very long time. A mature company a mature business, a cash cow, so to speak, if you're familiar with the term. Para every year, consistent yung revenue sila, consistent yung income, and may consistent din yung dividend payment sila. And yung mga binigay ko sa inyong examples, matagal na silang nagbibigay ng dividends. Yung Globe, matagal na nagbibigay, hindi sila pumapalya. Every single year, may binibigay silang dividends. PLDT, same thing. Meralco, same thing. LTG is quite consistent as well, but the past 3 years lang sila nagbigay ng matataas na dividends. So, tumataas yung dividend yield nila. And then, in turn, bumababa din yung value ng kanilang stock price, which is kind of weird. But yeah, that is also an option. Then you can also take a look at other stocks. Nandito like AEV. I think that's pretty solid as well. But of course, you want to focus your capital, especially if, like for example, you're gonna start small. You want to focus your capital dun sa mga mataas magbigay ng dividends. Para pag nabigay sa'yo yung dividends, madadagdagan yung capital mo. And kumbaga, it's a bit rewarding din kasi pagka nabigyan ka na ng dividends. And you'll be hooked. Well, personally for me, I was hooked when I received my first dividend payouts. Kasi nung na-experience ko yun, sabi ko, binayaran nila ako ng dividends just by holding their stock. So essentially talaga, yung feeling mo and feeling ko, I was, a partner. I was a part owner of that business, of that company. So you're earning passively every year. Well, some companies nagbibigay twice a year, iba 3 beses. Like for example, Meralco, iba quarterly, like Globe and the PLDT twice a year lang. So yun yung mga options nyo sa simula. Huwag muna kayo mag-double in dun sa mga low market cap na stocks kasi you don't want to like shock yourself with the volatility of the market, especially dun sa mga low market cap nga. Kasi pag dito sa top 30 companies ka pumili, okay din naman yung mga dividends na binibigay ng ibang companies, yung mga na-mention ko na companies. And hindi super volatile nung prices nila. And it's easy to buy and sell their stocks kasi every single day mataas yung trading volume in comparison with like low market cap na mga stocks. Minsan mahirap ibenta, so magkakaroon ng parang disparity whenever you're trying to sell or whenever you're trying to get out of that or you're trying to unload that stock. Na-experience ko na to before. I can't remember kung ano yung stock na nabili ko before, but I mean, I still sold it at a profit, but it was kinda hard to sell kasi wala nga masyadong trading volume. And I wanted to sell at a higher price, but there were no like bids that high. So I just sold it for a little bit of profit. I can't remember what, but I think PMPC or is that PLC? I really can't remember. Medyo marami na akong stocks na nabili before, so my memory is quite foggy about that trade, about that purchase, and eventually I sold it na nga. So yun, ito yung mga pwede nyong aralin. And you can, if you're using BPay Trade, you can use the research tab or research tool. So sabihin natin Globe. Tag nyo lang yung symbol. And if hindi pa kayo familiar sa mga symbol, may symbol guide naman dito. So yan, pwede nyo basahin yung corporate profile and yung valuation. Makikita nyo dito, scroll down lang kayo. Dividend info. So kita nyo dito na consistent sila nagbibigay ng dividends. So this is from 2017 to 2021. Kaya dito 3.25% lang yung dividend yield kasi nag-close nga noong 2021 yung Globe at around 3,322. And kita nyo naman dito, consistent sila na 1919, 2K, 2K. And we are close na. Yung globe is close to this price level. So, sa ngayon, mag-hover yan around 4.5 to 5% this year. Depende kung ano yung magiging closing price ng globe for 2022. And yung payout ratio, kailangan nyo rin kasing tingnan. So, ito yung ginagawa ng mga matured na business. Mas mataas yung payout ratio nila. Ibig sabihin lang yan yung percentage nung kanilang net income na binigay as dividends or binayaran as dividends sa kanilang mga stockholders. So, kita nyo dito, noong 2017, 83%. Diba? So, kung sabihin natin 100 billion yung kanilang kinita, ano lang to hypothetical lang. So, 83 billion yung kanilang shinare as dividends to their stockholders. So, ganun siya. So, kung dito, 67. Dito, 56. Dito, 80. Then, last year, around 62. And, pag nakita nyo kasi yung financials din ng Globe, their income is increasing. Although, nung naging flat siya noong 2020, which is understandable kasi may pandemic noon. So, from 22 billion, naging 18. And then, they reclaimed that and added around 1.6 billion from 2019 to 2021. So, you can just ignore 2020 yung numbers dito kasi marami talagang companies, yung ibang nalugi pa eh. At least sila diba may net income. So, that is a very good sign na even though merong pandemic, merong crisis, they are still earning some money. And that's not really predictable, but you can really understand it kasi even though may pandemic, like everyone still uses their phone, right? Everyone still uses their internet or iba nga nagpakabit pa ng internet. That's why kahit pa paano, healthy pa rin yung income nila kahit na nag-start yung pandemic. So that's the thing. Those are the things that you can consider when you're trying to evaluate a company. Meron bang talagang demand for that particular service, for that particular product? And is the company reputable? Matagal na ba silang nandito sa Philippines? Matagal na ba silang go-operate? And kamusta ba yung trading volume? Kamusta ba yung kanilang dividends? Consistent ba sila nagbibigay ng dividends? And another tool that you can use other than BPI Trade, if ever man hindi BPI Trade yung mabuksan nyo na broker, you can use PSEi. PSEi, not really the best designed website. I mean, I'm not even sure what they used na language. I believe HTML. I'm not sure actually. I'm not an expert with like web dev, but yeah, yun yung vibes yan, no? Parang HTML vibes yun. Yung UI. I mean, but it's very useful. For example, Globe. Let's just stick with Globe. So you can see here, company description, lahat ng information nila dito. Ano ba yung sector, subsector, may mga fax number, telephone, may contact information pa. And then you can see here yung stock data nila. So, free float, foreign ownership, market cap, di ba? Mataas yung market capitalization nila. 295 billion pesos. And all the outstanding shares. And then may chart dito for span of 1 year. Ito yung mga stats ng price ng Globe. And you can see here yung leaders. That's also one thing that you want to look into before buying a stock. Kasi if yung leaders, hindi lang leader, no? Leaders ng company, shady or may history ng kalokohan, then it's not really a good stock to buy and hold. Especially if you're buying a stock to hold for a long term, for a long time. Kasi if they did something in the past na shady or sabi natin borderline illegal or something like that, then they might still be doing it right now. And they're just getting away with it. So you have to research the people at the top of the company. Kasi they're the one making decisions for the business. And if they don't have the best interest of their shareholders, of their customers, then I wouldn't really buy that stock. In my opinion, you shouldn't buy that stock as well. So yan, isa yan sa kailangan yung i-research. Quick, parang background check lang. Quick Google search. I mean, as you can see here, yung chairman ng Globe is si Zobel de Ayala. I mean, I think majority of us familiar na with this last name. So they're a reputable family. And then si Ernest L. Ku, I'm familiar with this guy, but just because I researched him previously, especially nung medyo down yung Globe nung 2020, nag 1.516 yung price ng Globe. So yan, maganda mag deep dive, especially kapag medyo mababa din yung prices ng stocks. The next one, of course, ito yung dapat matutunan din. You have to check the financials of the company. Okay ba yung growth ng income? Nasusustain ba nila? Or like meron ba silang down na quarter so far? Like look at Globe. Almost a double nila yung performance first quarter of 2021 versus first quarter of 2022. Malapit na ulit i-release yung quarter 2 na financials. So we're gonna cover that as well. And I'm gonna record a video on how you can check for the financials of a company. So we'll cover that and lagay na lang ulit natin dun sa playlist. And yung mismong quarterly report yung titingnan natin. And kung ano ba yung mga pwede nyong tingnan. Kasi, for example, quarterly report, pag download nyo yun, siguro minimum around 75 pages. Minsan, I think yung mga 50 pages lang. But, yeah. I mean, sometimes it's a bit overwhelming. But, kailangan nyo talagang tiyagain. Kasi sa simula nyo lang din naman gagawin yun eh. Like, the bulk of the research and the work, sa simula nyo siya gagawin. Kasi pag nakita na kayo or nakahanap na kayo ng stock na alam nyo consistent mo bigyan ng dividends in the next 5 to 10 years, then you don't really have to do that much. You just have to be, for example, be updated sa cash flow nila. Ano bang ginagawa nila to like sustain their revenue, to generate more income, di ba? So, hindi mo na kailangan, ulitin na, sino ba yung, ano nila ngayon? Sino yung nasa tuktok? Kasi bihira naman yun mapalitan or mangyari. So, yeah. Kapag, for example, nabago yung fundamentals ng isang company, that's the time that you need to readjust your portfolio. But, for example, yung nakahanap ka ng, ito, Globe, gusto ko talaga tong company na to. Then, you're just gonna Peso average. Pag nabigyan ka ng dividends, pambibili mo lang ulit yun ng same stock. Huwag mo i-cash out. Just let it sit there and let the power of compounding interest take over. Kasi in the short term, hindi mo talaga siya mararamdaman. Personally, first year of investing ko kasi late 2018 ako, so the whole year of 2019, I just gained 4,700, 4,800 pesos. So, ganun lang siya kalaki. And I invested, I think, 250,000 in that span. Kasi that was the time that I was, nagta-trial and error ako kung ano ba yung trip kong stocks. Kasi, like, for example, ang dami kong building stock. Siguro, close to 40 stocks yun sa portfolio ko previously. And ang liit, no? Ang nipis ng volume ng mga hinahawakan ko na stocks. So, kumbaga, ay gusto ko tong stock na bili ako 10k. Ay gusto ko tong stock na bili ako 15k. So, wala masyadong volume. So, for example, nabigyan ako ng dividends yung isa. Oh, okay lang, but hindi siya ganun kalaki. So that's why I decided to just focus on like less than 5 stocks para ma-concentrate yung capital ko, and eventually every single year mas pataas yung dividends na makukuha ko. But yeah, I mean that's really part of the learning process. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, 3 to 5 stocks, you can't really go wrong with that strategy. And kung pipiliin mo lang din dun sa mga top dividend paying stocks from the PSEi, then I think that is a very good and safe strategy for beginners. Alright, so next is company disclosures. So dito nyo lang makikita lahat ng announcements ng company. So you can scan through this, you can skim, you can review yung mga pinopost dito. Not everything's important, but what I would suggest is for you to check yung quarterly report or yung annual report. Just for you to familiarize yourself kung paano ba nag-work, paano ba sila, ano bang sinasabi nila doon sa report, di ba? Ano bang mga nangyari for this quarter? Bakit bumaba yung income? Bakit mataas yung income? Bakit na-sustain yung income? Saan ba nanggagaling yung pera? So, dumami ba yung customers sila? Marami ba nag-cancel? So, yan. And, syempre, makita nyo din yung plans ng company. Ano ba yung gagawin nila in the future? Ano ba yung next steps para ma-prevent yung, for example, loss of customers? Paano ba magkaroon ng magandang retention of customers? So, yun. Ganun. Mga examples na yun. And then, lastly, dividends and rights. So, dito naghahalo-halo yung mga preferred na popostin dito. But, if for example, Globe yung hinohold mo na stock, then common, yun lang yung palatandaan mo. Common palagi. Kasi itong GLOPA, voting preferred, and GLOPP, mga preferred stocks yan. So, kahit na mag-announce dito, tas GLO yung hawak mo na stock, then hindi ka mababayaran itong mga preferred stocks na ito. Kasi, iba yan. You have to buy GLOPA and GLOPP if you want to get paid. Ito sa kanilang mga dividend payments, fixed dividend payments every quarter from their preferred stocks. Medyo naligaw yung train of thought ko. And naalala ko na shinare ko sa inyo yung kinita ko first year of my investing. So, yun nga, nasa 4-ish K lang. Almost 5K. 4.7, 4.8K yung nakuha ko na dividends after 1 year of investing. So, nag-readjust ako ng 2019 and 2020. Basically, late 2019 na. Doon ako bumili ng mga gandang dividend paying stocks. So, 2020, naging I believe 17K. Let me recheck para lang accurate yung information na binibigay ko sa inyo. So yeah, 2019, tama ba to? Hold on. Yeah, actually, nung 2019, 4.7K. And then 2020, 18K yung kinita ko. Realized gains yan ah. Then 2021, doon na nag-jump. 242K. And then 2022 so far is at 307.2K. So ito yung growth, diba? Nung mga dividend payments na nakukuha ko. I think 2023 will go down kasi nag-unload din ako ng stocks ng 2020 and early 2022. I had to readjust my portfolio, but this just proves na pag long term yung outlook mo sa market, and if you just stick with whatever strategy you're using, and preferably nga if you're a beginner, just go for the dividend strategy. So, bibili ka lang ng mga reputable and big companies na dividend-paying stocks and you just peso cost average. And you'll earn passively dun sa mga investments na yun. And nadadagdagan yung capital mo every single year. And of course, kapag lumaki na din yung passive income mo na nanggagaling sa dividend payments, you'll have the option to, for example, cash in that nag-notify si Coin Bureau sa akin. You can cash that in or cash that out. And may option ka, no? Pwede ka mag-explore ng ibang investment opportunities. So you can probably gamble away your money in crypto, speculate to the max. You'll have that option kasi nag-earn ka na ng passive income eh. And that's additional capital. It's your choice if you want to reinvest that additional capital na binigay na dividend sa'yo ng company. Ideally, dapat ganun yung gawin mo para nga ma-enjoy mo yung exponential gain in the future because of compounding interest. But again, yung additional capital will give you alternatives and again, an option. So, ikaw yung magde-decide kung saan mo dadalhin yung dividends na yun. Panggagastos pa ba? Pambibili mo ba ng wants mo? Re-invest mo ba dun sa company na nagbigay sa'yo? Or, for example nga, ilalagay mo sa ibang investment vehicle. So, that's really your choice. So, yun guys. Medyo mahaba na episode. So, I just want to limit yung duration ng mga episodes natin para hindi ganun ka-dragging. So, let's end the episode here, guys. Sana may natutunan kayo. And if umabot kayo at the end of this video, thank you very much. I appreciate you. If nagustuhan nyo yung content ko, give this video a thumbs up. And if hindi naman, give this video a thumbs down. If bago ka sa channel, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell para wala kang miss out sa mga uploads ko every single day. You may follow me sa mga social media platforms ko. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at MonPSPH. If you want to support the channel, meron tayong YouTube membership. You may click the link sa description sa baba to know more about it. Another way to support the channel is to use my affiliate links if may bibilin kayo sa Lazada or sa Shopee. Yung links nasa description din sa baba. Again, thanks for watching and listening, everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you all in the next episode. Always remember, be Peso smart.